He looks like the rishis of old times and the Khalsa of Guru Gobind Singh, a veritable combination of courage and compassion, a total embodiment of unselfishness and service. Bhagat Puran Singh is what India's distilled wisdom and rich heritage are all about. Here are truths discovered not from books, but from acting, throbbing life. Why were these healthy babies abandoned on the roadside? Why are there so many mentally challenged and old people without homes? Why was this hapless man left to fend for himself? Why was this mentally challenged woman sexually abused and thrown out when she became pregnant? These children are not with their parents. Why? A glance at each of the 1,575 residents of Pingalwara raises these perplexing questions that are not easy to answer. Most people who came to live here were in a pitiable state of mental and physical health and could not even recall their names. Slowly and surely, with love and care, they were nurtured back to health. Many of them have now been reunited with their families. This haven for the less fortunate and discarded ones was created by Bhagat Puran Singh. He had no material resources, but he had unflinching faith in his mission. He believed that he was a servant of the hapless and forlorn, and God was the provider of means for his work. So he would pick up all the destitute, sick people he came across. It all started in 1934, when a 4-year-old spastic child was abandoned in front of Gurdwara Dera Sahib, Lahore. The child not only became Bhagat Puran Singh's responsibility, but also his constant companion and inspiration. For the next 14 years, he carried the child on his back wherever he went, and slowly on his back became the foundation of Pingalwara. Bhagatji said, "If I had not come across Pyara, Pingalwara would not have come into existence, and I would not have been able to serve the people to this extent." The path leading to the formation of Pingalwara was extremely difficult. There was no money or shelter, not enough food, no medicines or any other kind of support available. Undaunted by all these difficulties, he continued to pick up these dirty, dying and infectious creations of man from wherever they could be found. And the number of patients kept on increasing. He stood all alone, toiling day and night, looking after the lost and abandoned souls. He had to beg for money in the morning, feed the hungry mouths, wash them, take them to the hospitals, and venture out again to collect more money for the evening meals. Any thoughts about his own comfort? never entered his mind. He owned nothing but the clothes on his back. The idea of marriage never occurred to him, as the suffering humanity became his immediate family. Bhagat Ji's vision was not limited to the individual, but encompassed the entire society and all its problems. He traced the problems to their origins: the adverse effects of deforestation, excessive use of water, motor vehicles and petroleum products, and the population explosion. He would collect articles written by prominent authors on these issues, and along with his own writings, print them in the form of booklets and pamphlets. These he would distribute free of cost to the general public. The treasure of his collected papers and articles is now the base of many research projects. For his lifelong struggles in the service of the destitute and sick persons, he was honored with many state and national awards. In his centenary year 2004, a postage stamp was issued by the Government of India in his honor. A memorial has been set up at Bhagat Ji's native place, Rajewal. The village maintains the Triveni planted by Mata Mehtab Kaur, mother of Bhagat Ji. And the Shiv Mandir where he used to go and pray. The house where Bhagat Ji spent his childhood. Every year, Bhagat Ji's birthday is celebrated with great reverence, and his admirers remains in the fond memories of Bhagat Ji.
Bhagat Puran Singh क्या करते सन कि ਜਿਹੜੇ माँ-बाप 10 ਰੋਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਪੈਸਾ ਲਿਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਮਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਥੱਕ ਟੁੱਟ ਕੇ ਰੋਣਾ ਨਿਕਲ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਉਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਾਧ ਬਣਨਗੇ, ਤੇ ਜੇ ਭ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟਾਚਾਰ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਚੋਰ ਤੇ ਡਾਕੂ ਬਣਨਗੇ।
Bhagat Ji's Barsi is a time to go over the philosophy of Bhagat Puran Singh Ji, and many eminent personalities pay obeisance to him. Donors queue up to donate blood, which is used for the Pingalwara residents whenever required. The residents and the caretakers participate in competitions and various traditional activities like weaving, spinning, grinding, painting, craft work, singing and dancing. Taking care of the destitute is a Herculean task, and Bhagat Ji found a suitable successor in Dr. Indrajit Kaur before his demise in 1992. Today, Pingalwara has enlarged its sphere of activities and is providing shelter, medical facilities and care to more than 1,500 residents, spreading awareness through free literature, books, pamphlets and exhibitions. Most important task for Pingalwara remains care of the destitute, sick and needy people. For this, 1,500 residents are housed in 6 branches in different cities of Punjab. 9 kilometers from Amritsar, Pandori houses 51 elderly male residents. This beautiful home in the midst of nature provides shelter and care to 228 men, women and children. It has a home for the elderly, and a hostel for the school-going children. And also a natural farm and a biogas plant for cooking and for running a power generating set. The sacred city of Goindwal has 113 male residents. Amritsar. Most of the residents are housed in 6 wards in Amritsar main branch. And Mannawala. Jalandhar branch houses 36 elderly residents. Chandigarh, developed in a lush green environment. It has 96 male and female residents, a school for the special children and adults, a dental center providing free service to the residents and the needy poor, and a beautiful museum depicting the life of Bhagat Puran Singh. All the branches have spacious wards, well-stocked dispensaries, and caretakers who work around the clock to look after the residents. Many of these people are suffering from chronic or incurable diseases and are going to spend their entire lives in Pingalwara.
ਮੈਨੂੰ 8 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨੂੰ। ਮੇਰੇ ਬੱਚਾ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਮੇਰੇ ਮਾਪੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਸਹੁਰੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ।
I came here 8 years back when I was expecting a baby. I have nowhere to go. Therefore, I'm going to stay here and bring up my son. We were 6 brothers and I never got married. They have sold all the land and have settled down in UP. I have nowhere to go.
यहाँ तो सब कुछ है, मेडिकल भी है, आपको हम देखभाल भी अच्छा है, तो घर में इतना कहाँ आजकल सब देखभाल ही करते हैं.
It would not suffice to provide only food, medicines, clothes and shelter to the residents. Their emotional counseling and development requirements need to be considered and provided for. Special attention needs to be paid to their recreational activities. It is only through these all-round efforts that every year 200 patients recover from their ailments and are reunited with their families. Young boys and girls are housed in separate hostels in a clean and nourishing environment. They have all the modern amenities for their healthy growth. And when they grow up, they are married off into suitable families. for immediate and continuous medical requirements of the residents. Pingalwara also provides specialized medical services. Prosthetic and Orthotics Center is the only of its kind in the whole of northern India. It provides prostheses, orthotics, splints, spinal braces, cervical orthotics, surgical shoes and other assistive devices. From 2003 to mid-July 2012, 3,475 devices were provided. 1,086 devices were repaired. Well-equipped physiotherapy center meets all the needs of Pingalwara patients. On an average, 50 Pingalwara patients are treated every day. Poor and needy patients from outside are also given free treatment. There is a state-of-the-art microsurgery operation theatre where major and minor operations are carried out. 2 deaf children have been provided with cochlear implants and more implants are in the offing. Many of the Pingalwara residents need sensory integration, be it for sight, sound, texture or movement. The sensory room caters to many of their needs. Loneliness, helplessness, and boredom are the 3 plagues that account for most of the suffering among older adults. To overcome this, Apna Ghar, my home, as a concept has been introduced. Here the elderly people live together, share their life experiences. Bhagat Ji was of the view that the state of the poor and deprived sections of the society cannot be improved till they are educated. Keeping this in view, Pingalwara is running 5 schools for the children of